Hey everyone, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a kind of observations, comments, and answers to questions that I will be posting. Lots of you been sending me all sorts of links, all sorts of info. Lots of you been complaining. Lots of you been talking about the anniversary update, Windows 10, and I thought that, well, you know what? Let's kind of share together what's happening with Windows 10 anniversary update. I'll answer questions and give my personal comments and observations of some of your comments and the links that you've sent me. I've got a lot of articles that people send me links to read. And so here's my take on the anniversary update of what's happening and problems and so on, and how big the problems are or not. So first I gotta say that I am getting tons and tons of hate mail and hate comments about me being a Windows fanboy and that I'm just not looking at what's happening. Tons of posts, anniversary update is a disaster, and so on and so on and so on. And lots of post with bad language, and I gotta say, if you're an idiot that uses bad language, you're not only, your post is not only deleted, I am banning you from posting further comments on my channel. So your comment is not going to be seen by anyone, and second of all, you're just being banned. So you're just wasting your time, basically. For those that say that I am just removing all the posts of people having problems, I'm not. I leave the posts of problems that people have, and a lot of problems, and a lot of people will tell you, yeah, my post is still there, and I've been complaining about freezes or whatever. I'm not that kind of guy. I leave the things there and like to be fair in what I say and what I do. And this is a video that's all in fairness, and not just fairness because I think of something, but in fairness because I've actually read the links that you people have been sending me. I've been also checking out the reports of people having problems, and so that's why I wanted to share this with all of you right now. One of the first things that people have said, look at that, it's horrible, Windows 10 is deleting partitions. People are losing their data, stuff like that. As a tech guy, and my personal observations to this are from a tech guy point of view. Here's my take, because I've read some posts of people that complain about this, and I understand one thing. Some are just people that have no idea what they're doing, and what happened? They deleted their partition by doing some clean install. They just didn't know what they were doing. They formatted or lost their files because they chose the wrong option. But the majority of what I see of people, it seems, are actually running another operating system like Linux in a dual boot environment. And the problem arises because people have the impression that Windows 10 anniversary update is just an update that went patching and upgrading Windows 10 in its process, when in fact the Windows 10 upgrade is a full install of Windows. It's a full install of Windows. And any Linux user and any user that has different partitions of varying, with weird stuff on it, know that when you reinstall Windows, you lose the links to these partitions. And that is for any version of Windows. Any version. It's not anniversary update that causes a problem. But somebody picked up that info, and a lot of the reporting that I've seen, a lot of the journalists, the tech journalists that I've seen, seem more like Windows 8ers that just jump on the bandwagon of getting the the news and trying to make sensational journalism with Windows 10 problems. You know, that's the most part. I haven't really seen, and I don't believe that Windows 10 deletes really any partitions, basically. Um, if you're one of them, let me know. The other big problem is the update not being there, or the update crashing, or the update really not going well and then rolling back, or leaving you in a nowhere zone. That's the biggest issue for Windows 10 upgrade to anniversary. And that is acknowledged by Microsoft that, okay, there's something not right in the way that some machines are upgrading. I've had an issue with one of my machines, but it was okay because I used the USB thumb drive install with the media creation tool, and that fixed my install. It worked well with that. Problem is, there's too many. Let's just say that there's too many ways that you can install Windows that aren't really easy for most people. You know, if people knew how to do a clean install, if the update failed or they had a problem, they would just clean install and they'd be okay. Unfortunately, people don't have that knowledge, and I think that might be an interesting case where we should think about maybe making the Windows install process easier. Maybe we should have a screen that says, hey, you want to reinstall Windows differently with, erase everything and restart fresh? Press F1. I don't know. Something like that. Instead of having media creation tools and USB thumb drive downloads, stuff like that, I think that's the thing to do. So yeah, there are a number of people that have that problem. There are a number of people that don't have the update yet and say, where's my update? One of the things you got to know is that Donna Sarkar yesterday, August 10th, Wednesday, did say that it's still rolling out. Some people still don't have it. Some people will not have it before next week. So be patient, or use the media creation tool and force it, like I've shown on a video. Before we go into the blue screen, one very well-known problem is with the McAfee antivirus software. Computer freezes, computer has problems. If you use McAfee, your McAfee software is making Windows 10 anniversary update crash. It ain't a Windows problems. It is a McAfee problem, and McAfee did say, well, yeah, we're going to update the core of the McAfee antivirus. On the side of Microsoft, they're saying, well, McAfee is just going real far in the core of Windows 10 with their antivirus, and that's why it's causing problems. Problem ain't with us. Some people are reporting freezes. That's true. Some people are reporting blue screens of death and all sorts of errors. That's a known issue. Mary Jo Foley was saying that at Microsoft, they have been actually rolling out PCs with specific hardware and programs installed that recreate these blue screens. Microsoft says it's a very unique thing, the freezes and the blue screens, and they come from specific hardware. So all the people that have that type of hardware, that type of machine, are the ones that are having problems and freezes and blue screens. So they're working on that. They're actually doing the same errors on some of the machines, and they're trying to actually find a fix and see what's going wrong exactly in doing that. Cortana not working is another popular problem with anniversary update. I've got a fix on the channel that seems that most of you that tried it fixed the issue. So Cortana problems is easy to fix. There are some people reporting error messages, even though the computer and the Windows 10 operating system still works fine. So these are little things that we know are happening. But you know what? That said, one of the very interesting thing, and that was the observation of Mary Jo Foley and Paul Thurrott when they were talking about how widespread the problems are. And I've looked also at the posts, and you know what? A lot of you saying, "Oh wow, Windows 10 anniversary update is a disaster." It's not. It's actually better than the original Windows 10 release last year. When Windows 10 was released last year, that seemed like a disaster because it was really, really something that was going bad on a lot of machines, more machines than they would have liked. And that was something. And you know what? This anniversary update, there are far less people complaining. And I mean by a really huge margin, which shows that actually the anniversary update for most people is quite alright. And that the minority is voicing their frustration at problems because yes, it is, frustrating to have a computer that doesn't work. That's true. And don't give me that. A lot of people are saying, "Yeah, but you ain't reading the post, and you ain't even checking out. So many people are having problems, and blah blah blah." Yes, there are a lot of people complaining because when you got 350 plus million computers that run an operating system, well, you're gonna have some people that are complaining because they have problems. That's for sure. Even if only 0.5% of these people have problems, that's a lot of people complaining. I can tell you that. But in fairness, the anniversary update rolled out quite well to most people. That's something you got to know. And finally, what I've been hearing today is that a cumulative update is being worked on. Not sure yet of when it could be released, but there's speculation that a cumulative update for anniversary update might be rolling as soon as next week. It will contain a lot of fixes for the big and small problems and the little things that people are complaining about. So hopefully that cumulative update will help a lot of the people that have problems. And this will be my last post of problems or not of anniversary update talk because we need to move on at some point. And of course, we'll continue making videos of the anniversary update features. And you know what? It's overall something that's not too bad, but is kind of blown out of proportion by some people. I think that's the big problem here. And finally, for those that say I remove posts of people that have problems, I don't. If you think I do, well, that's your problem, and I don't. And I keep these posts on the channel. And I'm a little sick and tired of idiots that post dumb comments that use the F word. And basically, if you're a Windows 8er, why don't you go and watch those idiot videos of people breaking their necks? Maybe you're better there than on a serious channel talking about Windows. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. If you like our videos, why not subscribe? Give us thumbs up. And thank you so much for following me on this channel.